I was very lost. I was in a dark place, you know. I did some time. I really screwed up my life. And of all the mistakes I've done, from gangbanging, from drug use, you name it, I've pretty much did it. You know, I've almost taken people's life. I've been shot at like 3 times. I mean, a very, very dark place. You know, God just totally just changed everything. Yeah. During that time, I met my wife. It was at a bar. We met at a bar. You know, and I thought marriage was gonna solve all my problems, and it didn't. We actually had a lot more problems. I knew about the Lord coming from a Christian home. I knew my marriage had a lot of problems. We used to argue and fight. So one day, she started noticing a change in me, because about that time, about my 2 years in my marriage, I started changing. I started reading the Word of God. I started praying, and I knew that I had to give a change just to save my marriage. I recommitted myself back to the Lord, and she started seeing the difference in me. Yeah, and she didn't understand, because she didn't come from a Christian home. And, I used to, every time we had the chance, I used to tell her that, for our marriage to just be healthy and just to be on the good, we had to let the Lord take control. But she didn't understand. And I remember one day, she was telling me, like, let's go to a Christian church then, let's go try it out. And her thing was, all she wanted to do was learn. And I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's okay. All we got to do is pray and put this in God's hands. Yeah, and so we did that. And we're driving around, we said, okay, let's go pick up the closest church there is. And so it was Calvary Chapel, And before you know it, things start happening in my wife and me and my marriage. Yeah, we start seeing a lot of things that we didn't see, because we're so blind, But God let us see, like, hey, He has something much, much better. Yeah. He made everything, all the bad things I've done, He made them for good. Yeah. And starting with my wife and my marriage. Yeah. And that's something that I have right now. And then that's some work that God has given me, is my marriage. It's my responsibility to maintain it. Yeah. And to let Him do His perfect work in my marriage, and me and my wife. Yeah, and it's all because we have let the Lord do its work first in us and then our marriage, and it's been just a blessing. It's been very good. Yeah, and I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for everything.
I hope you enjoyed the testimony you saw today. God has radically changed their life. But the question is, will He do it for you? And the answer to that question is yes. Jesus wants to change your life. Jesus said this. He said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man will hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and sup with him, and he with me." So are you hearing His voice? Are you going to respond to His call upon your heart? If you want to receive Christ, all you have to do is open your heart. Ask Jesus to forgive you. Ask Him to come in and take over your life, and He will transform you completely. If you want more information, just email us at ccag@calvaryag.org. God bless you.